good morning, good afternoon, good evening, family. Welcome, welcome to the Mental House with your host, Khadijah. Okay, you guys. All right, let's keep it real here, okay? You don't want to go into 2017 with this heavy yoke upon your back, okay? So you really have to get real. You have to get real with yourself first, right? All right, now, most people in America are living a lie in their relationships. Ah, yep, I said it. Most of us are living lies in our relationships. Well, I'm not in a relationship right now, or I have, okay, or you have, or if you're in one now, well, let me challenge that because y'all might be a little upset by me saying that. Okay, is there anything? I gotta ask you some assessment questions if you think that I'm out of order with the statement that I made. Okay, so the first thing I would want to ask you uh, is there something in your relationship that is built off a lie? I mean, from the time you met this person, to the time that you are now, whether you guys are married, whether you're still together, was there anything in the relationship that was built off a lie? Something that you said you did, something that you said about someone, whatever. Um, and if you did lie, um, more than likely, was it because you wanted to keep the person? You wanted the person to stay with you, so you omitted some information about yourself, and you figured that as long as you remained silent about it, it was harmless. Hmm. Um. Does the relationship that you're in or have been in, did it compromise who you really were? So was you lying to yourself? Being somebody that you really didn't want to be, or just being stuck now in whole whole way, how they say it, whole humdrum, because you weren't particularly honest with yourself and you compromised who you were just so you could be in this relationship. Would you consider that a lie? Um, when you are with the one that you say you love, yeah, I got a few questions for you. When you with the one that you say you love, do you have to lie in order to keep it alive? Yeah, I mean, even little white lies to keep it alive. Are you brutally honest in this relationship? Does that person know exactly how you feel, almost as if you were standing in front of them buck naked without having sex? I have to ask these questions because a lot of us are not even honest about the honesty in our relationships, and we're spending a lot of time with these people, okay, and we're doing a lot of things with these people, and we're lying. Some of us are in relationships and we just there because it's financially stable, it's financially feasible. uh, it's amazing the games that people play. um I mean, I'm saying this because when all this stuff that I'm saying, wait a minute, all this stuff that I'm saying, and the dishonesty, you know, like not, being afraid nobody's going to love us, or putting up with certain things, or saying that we're too old to start a relationship or too old to start over again, and you're miserable where you stand, that's going to kill you faster. So you might as well just free yourself. Um, I realized that it all had a base. I hope you guys can see this. If you can't, this right here says trauma. That's what's in the middle, right there. And then you got all these little branches that branch off of the trauma. I want to make sure you guys can see that. Okay? Because this is real important. You see that? Okay. Now, with that being said, what comes off of this trauma is the negative guilt and shame. What comes off of this trauma right here is you have low self-esteem. Now, listen, forget about the outer self-esteem that you're going to deal with when you step out the door. This is what's happening right here in your family of origin. This is what this has created that you haven't gone in to clean out, and this is the residue of the trauma. You got maybe negative guilt or shame, and you got low self-esteem. You know, some areas where you might have been confident. Now that this trauma is caught up with you, it's almost like it's clipped your wings. It's almost like your wings have been clipped because your self-esteem has diminished. So now you almost take a victim stance. Poor me. See how it's up in there too. Poor me. Poor me. I know you guys can't hardly see this little this little grid I got here. Or you might come off the trauma, desire for pleasure, just to cover up your pain. Okay? So you're always seeking this kind of excitement that you don't have to think about what has happened. You don't have to think about the trauma. You don't have to, because you get angry, you get hurt, you get all these things. So, and when that happens, then you really, really get into your situation where you got to have all power and you have to have all control. Oh, I know what that feels like real good. That one, I'm sure of. I'm already an Aries. But the fact of having this one right there jump out on you, the power and control, when you've been traumatized, it becomes just impossible, where you're trying to control everything around you. And really, you ain't controlling shit. But you are trying to control everything around you. Okay? You act out. The act out from the trauma. You're acting out. You're arguing, you're angry, you're going into rage. You're not being particularly honest about your feelings and how you feel about certain situations, but instead you just cover up like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll do it. Well, I'll do it then. Well, deep inside, you ever have a situation, to give you an example, like, I know a friend of mine was like this, and whenever her husband would say something to her, like, I'm just going to make up something. I'll pick up the laundry. Make sure you pick up my dry cleaning. And he's out driving his car. He could easily pick up his own damn dry cleaning. But he would have her or ask her and just pretty much demand that she don't forget to pick up my dry cleaning. And she would be like, I got it. I'm going to pick it up. Yeah, I'm going to pick it up. But really deep inside, she would be very angry. And she didn't really want to pick it up because she would be like, he's going to be over there on that side of town anyway, today. Why won't he pick up his own dry clean? Why does he think that it's my responsibility to pick up his dry cleaning? Now, instead of her saying it to him, she never did. She just kept it inside. Okay? And if you don't understand that a lot of these ill feelings that you are having, that you are delivering to other people, that you're being depressed about, is really based in your trauma. One of your earliest spankings, if you can remember it, it traumatized you. That means that punishment, that beating, came with no lesson other than to make you resentful. Excuse me. And that's why you still remember it. You were traumatized. So I'm going to encourage you to get in touch with whatever traumatizes you, okay? Whatever you're in trauma about, I'm going to advise you to get real about it. Get real about it. And I guarantee you, coming into 2017, you will feel that you've had a chance to drop off some of them bags that you've been carrying around. Erykah Badu told you about the bag ladies. And men have bags too. Alright? Okay, y'all. If you like what you hear, please like and subscribe. Y'all know what to do. And I'm gonna be back in the mental house. Okay? A little later. We'll see you. Bye-bye.